Okay. So this is the block diagram of the delta modulation. Okay, delta modulator. So what you are finding here, see analog input signal, right? So it is also analog to digital converter only. Okay. So analog input will be sampled. So I get this sampled version of that. I denote that by X of NTS. Okay. And this one is the comparator. Okay. So the analog input samples are compared with the predicted value. So this is my staircase waveform. Okay. That is the approximated value of the analog input signal. So if the difference is positive, means E of NTS is equal to what I said, X of NTS minus X hat of NTS. Okay. So please write that E of NTS is equal to what I said, X of NTS minus X hat of NTS. What is X of NTS? This is my analog signal and present analog signal, and X hat of NTS is the predicted value. Okay, or approximated value also I can say. So if the difference is positive, I said it will be incremented by delta, means okay, and it will be encoded as 1. This is a 1-bit quantizer now, right? So it will be increment by delta, and that will be encoded by binary information 1. Okay, so if the difference is negative, means if when X of NTS and X hat of NTS, their difference is negative. When the difference will be negative, when this X hat of NTS is greater than X of NTS, right? During that time, the difference will be negative. So during that time, it will be decremented by delta, that is minus delta. Okay, that will be encoded by a binary information of 0. I hope you all understand what I am saying.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I said this X of NTS is my original analog input signal samples. Okay, I am comparing that with the staircase waveform. So this staircase waveform is nothing but the predicted value. Okay, and that is the approximation of the original analog input signal. Okay, so I compare the samples of these two, and I said I can write E of NTS. Okay, E of NTS will be equal to what I said. Oh, sorry.
X of NTS minus X.
Yeah, I think. I will write here. Okay, I will try to write here. What I said, it is X of X of NTS minus X hat of NTS. Okay, so that is what this is my E of NTS. Okay, I said when X of means if the when the difference will be positive, when X of NTS is greater than X hat of NTS, right? Means this original analog input signal is greater than the staircase waveform. That is the approximated value. Then the difference is positive. During that time, okay, it will be means the staircase waveform will be increased by plus delta. This plus delta will be encoded by a binary information of 1. Okay, when the difference is negative, when the difference will be negative, when this approximated value is greater than the original analog input signal, right? So during that time, it will be decremented by delta. So minus delta. Okay, and this will be encoded by a binary information of 0. So this is how we convert the analog input signal into a binary digital one. Okay, so here we will be getting only two values, 0 or 1, 0 or 1. Okay, means it will be incremented either by delta or decremented by delta depending upon the comparator output, whether it is positive or negative. Okay, is it fine?
Yes,
So
sir.
EQ of NTS, you just here see XQ of NTS, which is equal to what we have written here. EQ of NTS is one input. Another input is this one, X hat of NTS, which is nothing but delayed version of XU of NTS. Okay, this prediction filter is nothing but a delay element. Okay, so that is why it is written as XQ of n minus 1 into TS. Okay, so one input will be what? EQ of NTS. Another input will be XQ of NTS minus XQ of n minus 1 into TS. Okay, that is nothing but XQ of NTS. Okay, so this is together means complete this block is known as the accumulator. This complete whatever is there in the feedback, this one we call this as an accumulator. Okay, so this will accumulator, or we say predictor. Okay, accumulator. Okay, I think rest of the things I have discussed here. Two things are important. One is the step size, another one is the sampling duration. Okay, and here I have written one equation that AM should be greater than or equal to delta divided by 2 pi FM into TS. Okay, this is the step size. Okay, delta is the what? Step size. This is the step size. And FM is the what? Frequency of this analog signal, and TS is the what? Sampling duration. Okay, so amplitude of this analog signal should be greater than or equal to step size divided by 2 pi FM into TS. Just already you are aware of this, right? So this is the original analog signal. Okay, whatever is written here, this is the original analog signal, right? So this has to be converted into what? A digital one, right? Oh, sir. So this is my approximated value. Okay. So to begin with, you can, I will take up another diagram to explain this. Okay. So you can say this as, so this is the starting point. Okay. So here I am sampling, right? This is my sampling duration. Okay. TS. This will be my TS. Then this will be what? 2TS. Okay. 2TS. Then this will be what? This okay, this point is 3TS. This is 3TS, na? Sampling duration 3TS. Like that, you can write 3TS. This will be what? This will be 4TS and so on.
4TS.
Yeah, like that, you can just write below this. Okay, 4TS, 5TS, 6TS, and all. Okay, so to begin with, okay, I hope you might have written that TS, 2TS, and all. Okay, so here at the first TS, okay, at the first sampling duration, it will compare, right? So now analog signal is greater than the approximated version of the signal, right? So now what happens? Output of the comparator will be positive. So it will be incremented by delta. Okay, it will be incremented by delta. Okay, so it reaches this point, right? And it remains in that same duration. Okay, then at 2TS, it will compare with the analog signal, right? Now also the analog input signal is greater than, means X of NTS is greater than X at of NTS, right? So now again it will be incremented by delta. Okay, then it will compare, it will increase by delta. Okay, then it will remain stay in this. Then at 3TS, okay, at 3TS, what happens? Here also, the analog input signal, my analog input signal is greater than the staircase waveform, that is x hat of NTS. Again, it will be incremented by delta. Okay, so it will compare with this. Still, it is greater, right? And it remains in this only. At this point, it will compare. Still, it is greater, so it will be incremented by delta. Okay, of course, here the step size is shown different. Actually, it should not be. Okay, it is fixed step size. Delta should be fixed. Okay, I think then it will give wrong interpretation for you people. Let me drop this diagram. I will take up another one. Okay, so the fixed delta is fixed. Step size delta should be fixed. Okay, I think I have taken wrong figure. I will show where the delta is constant because I am not varying the value of delta because here I have shown more. Right, here also it is shown more. It is not like that. Okay, so it keeps increasing, and then whenever x hat of NTS is more than the analog input signal, then it will be decremented by delta. Okay, so that is the process of converting this original analog signal into a digital one. Fine, I will go to that diagram. So is this clear about how the staircase approximated waveform will be tracking the analog input signal?
Yes, sir.
And I told what is the problem with the diagram also. No, don't copy this diagram. I will delete this, okay? Because step size is varied here. Fine. So two things are important in case of delta modulation. One is the step size. Another one is the sampling rate. Okay. Fine. Is this clear? These two, step size and sampling rate, are the important parameters which we need to look into it while selecting the step size and as well as the sampling rate to make the delta modulation more efficient. Okay, so let us see when the input signal is changing very fast. Okay, right, when the input signal is changing very fast, then what should be the value of Fs and what should be the value of delta? Okay, so if the input signal is changing fast, then I need to increase the sampling frequency also and as well as the step size also. Otherwise, it will not be able to follow the analog input signal. Okay, is that point is clear? If the input signal is changing very fast, what I need to do? I need to increase the sampling frequency and as well as the step size. Why should I increase the sampling frequency and the step size? If the sampling frequency and step sizes are not increased, then this approximated staircase waveform will be far away from the original analog signal. Means it is not possible to track the original analog input signal. Then we can say whatever the converted waveform will not be exactly matching the original input signal. Okay, that is a problem. I hope here one small diagram is written. Is this visible? I have written analog input signal, right? See the steps at what rate it is increasing. Okay, sampling period and delta. Right? Already I said when do we represent by plus delta, when do we represent by minus delta? So when it is plus delta, it will be encoded by binary information 1. When it is minus delta, it will be encoded by a binary information of 0, I said, right? Okay. So if I increase the sampling rate, okay, so that will account for, means what? If I increase the sampling rate, definitely I will be taking the samples every maybe seconds, if I say, right? Instead of taking every 1 minute, if I start taking samples every second, obviously the data rate will increase. With that, I need a large bandwidth. So that is not going to help me. Okay. So here I need to reduce the bandwidth. So, but increasing the sampling rate is not a good solution. Okay. Another thing is increasing the step size. Okay, increasing the step size will also leads to quantization error. Okay, so what I said, if the input signal changes very fast, okay, to keep track of that, I need to increase the sampling frequency and as well as the step size. But if I increase the sampling frequency, what happens? The bandwidth requirement will go high, right? And if I increase the step size, what is the problem? we say the quantization error also will increase. So the wrong choice of the step size leads to two problems in the delta modulation. One we say that is a slope overload distortion, and second one is the granular noise. Okay, so that is why choosing the value of step size and the sampling frequency plays an important role in case of delta modulation. Okay, yeah, I think this is what I wanted to explain. See, this is my x of NTS, that is analog signal. Okay, analog sample, original analog sample, that is x of, you know, it is written already original signal at other place. Yes, sir. And this is my x at of NTS. Okay, that is the staircase approximation value. So to begin with, the first point I said, na, it is a TS, then 2TS, 3TS, 4TS and all. So it will compare with this analog input signal when the difference is positive, means when the analog input signal is greater than the staircase waveform, then it will be incremented by delta, right? So to begin with, I started this point, right? At this point, it will compare with the analog input signal, right? So since analog input signal is greater than the approximated waveform, so it will be incremented by delta. Okay, then it remains in that till the next sampling duration. Again, now it will compare with the original analog input signal. Still, the analog input signal is more than the approximated waveform, so it will be incremented by delta. Okay, then it will remain same in the same sampling duration till the next. So it is 1 2s, 2ts, 3ts and so on, right? So here you check here at this point, right? It will be incremented to delta, no? Then it at this point you see here now the approximated signal is greater than the analog signal, right? So that is why it is decremented by delta. So it is minus delta here, minus delta, right? Again it will be remaining in this duration. Then again it will compare. Still it is less than, means the approximated version is greater than the analog input signal. So it will be again decremented by delta, right? Minus delta. So it keeps going like that. Again, come to this duration. Again, it compares. Now also, the staircase approximated wave is greater than analog input signal, so it will be decremented by delta. Okay, so it stays here. Now, what happens at this point? The analog input signal is greater than the approximated version of the signal. Now, again, it will be incremented by delta. So this is how this delta modulation works, right? So what we observed here, see there is a steep change in the input signal, right? And there will be a lot of gap, isn't it, between the staircase waveform and the original analog signal. So this to follow this steep change in the input signal, what we need to do, I said we need to increase the sampling frequency and as well as the step size, right? Instead of taking sampling at this point of time, if I start taking sampling at this point of time, then I will be able to and increase the delta size to certain extent. I will be able to follow, no, like this. I hope you understand what I am doing. Now sampling duration has been reduced, right? So it is at least nearly approximated. This one you are getting, right? Yes, is this clear, students? What I am asking? Is this point is clear? Reducing the sampling duration means increasing the sampling frequency, right? Sampling frequency and sampling duration are inversely proportional, right? Fs and Ts. So I reduce the sampling duration and I'm increasing the step size so that I will be able to track the fast change in the input signal. So I can overcome the problem of slope overload distortion. Okay? Yes, is this clear or do you have any doubts, sir?
Clear, sir.
ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಂದು ಇದನ್ನ. Clear, no? Shall I go to the next slide? Yeah, it is still a better picture is given. Okay. I struggle to write that duration, sampling duration 0, TS, 2 TS, 3 TS and all. It is nicely written. Just try to understand. Okay. Is it fine?
So there is a question in chat. What is that? Student are post the question.
Question ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Oh, chat ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, chat ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Are we changing the delta value? Yeah, I said no, both delta and as well as the sampling frequency need to be increased. If you go to the previous slide, here it is written, sampling size and sampling rate, right? That is step size and sampling rate, right? So I said, what is that? To account for the fastest change in the input signal, both the sampling frequency and as well as delta must be increased, right? Yes, Navya.
Yes, sir. Both.
Is this point is clear? But I said if I increase the sampling frequency, what is the problem? The problem is what? I need to spare more bandwidth. If I increase the step size, what is the problem? Problem in the quantization error. Okay. So that is why the choice of step size, right, leads to these two errors I said. Slope overload distortion and granular noise. So selection of step size and the sampling frequency are important here.
Okay, sir.
Hello?
Understood, sir.
Okay, these are all different diagrams to just explain it is given. If I am not conveyed, I think you will be able to understand. Okay, written with into mark and said right, compare whatever I said in the previous slides, that one only explained here. Yeah, I think even with respect to table also is given. See sampling period, you can write TS, 2 TS, 3 TS, 4 TS and all, and X of NTS, right, is original analog sample is compared with the approximated value. If it is greater, then I said EQ of NTS is the what? Delta, right? It will be incremented by delta. See, for all these cases, it is positive only, right? So it is incremented by delta only. I hope this table is clear. Delta, 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 delta only, right? So for at 6 TS, at 6 TS, what is happening? The value of X of NTS is less than XQ of NTS. So now, what? The comparator output is negative. So it will be decremented by delta. That is why it is written minus delta. Okay? Yes, is this clear? You can write this table also in your write-up. Okay, you write the sampling period, you write this X of NTS greater than XQ of NTS, what is the value of EQ of NTS? When X of NTS is less than XQ of NTS, what is the value of EQ of NTS? So based on this, I said if it is delta, it will be encoded by a binary information 1. If it is minus delta, it will be encoded by a binary information of 0. That is how we get zeros and ones as a digital information. Okay. Okay, so here what I wanted to say is when the step size is small, okay, when the step size is small, the slope overload distortion will occur because you have understood that when there is a fast change in the input signal, if the step size is small, it will not be able to track or follow the that change in the input signal, right? So because of that, there will be a lot of gap between the original analog input signal and this approximated signal, right? That is how we say the slope, how the slope overload distortion will occur, right? Yes, is this point is clear? Yes, I'm not getting any response. If the step size is small, Okay, if the input signal is changing very fast, then it will not be able to follow the original analog input signal. Means the staircase waveform will not be able to track the original analog input signal. Right? In that case, the estimated signal or approximated signal and the original analog input signal will be different. Okay, then the conversion will not be equivalent to original analog input signal. Right? So I said when the step size is small, the slope overload distortion occurs. Right? And see, the envelope of the staircase approximated signal will be far behind the envelope of the original signal, right? So to avoid the quantization error due to this slope overload distortion, what we need to do? We need to choose the largest step size. Okay, that should satisfy this condition. What is that condition? Step size divided by the sampling duration should be greater than or equal to the maximum rate of change of the analog input signal. X of t is my analog input signal. Okay. So delta by Ts means what? Delta into Fs, we can say, right? So delta is step size, Fs is the sampling frequency. That product should be greater than what? The maximum rate of change of analog input signal. Then we will be able to fulfill that requirement. So delta by Ts is the what? Slope of the staircase signal, right? Delta by Ts is the slope of the staircase signal, and d by dt of x of t is the what? Slope of the original signal, right? So delta by Ts, that is what? The slope of the staircase signal should be greater than the slope of the input signal. That's what I mean to say. Yes, any questions?
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Yeah, here it is shown. Okay. Keeping sampling rate constant. Okay, if I increase the step size, how it will look. Okay. And second thing is by reducing the sampling duration. Okay, this is what the second case. By reducing the sampling duration, if I increase the step size, how it will be able to follow that. Okay. Yeah, let us see the second noise, that is the granular noise we say. So granular noise occurs whenever the input signal is not changing fast. Means when the input signal is slow varying and the step size is very large. Okay, if the step size is very large, then that leads to a error called granular noise we say. Okay, so this granular noise, here is an example of what you can see. This is x of t. Okay, here it is not changing much, right? But the step size is large, right? So to begin with this 0 to ts, right? It will compare here, it will increase, right? Because the staircase approximate signal is less than the original analog input signal, so it will be incremented by delta. Then it will come to this point. So it will compare at this value, right? So the staircase approximation is less than the original analog input signal. So output of the comparator is positive. So it will be incremented by delta, right? Then it will be there at this value only till next sampling duration. So now x hat of NTS is greater than x of t or x of NTS or original analog signal, right? Now it will be decremented by delta, right? Then it will maintain that value till the next sampling duration. Okay, now what happens? Now analog input signal, that is x of NTS, is greater than x hat of NTS. So it will be incremented by delta. right? So it will be there till next sampling duration, that value. Now it will compare with the analog signal. Now the staircase waveform is more than the original analog signal, it will be decremented by delta. So it this drama repeats. Okay, so it will be there at that value. Now it will compare. So now x of NTS is greater than x hat of NTS. So it will be incremented by delta and so on. So what we are observing here is the input signal is not changing much fast. Okay, it is slow changing, but the value of this right alternates between plus delta and minus delta. Okay, once it is delta, another time it is minus delta. One time it is delta, another time it is minus delta. Right? Means we get once it is 0, and means 1 0 1 0 1 0 like that. Okay, it alternates between plus delta and minus delta. Okay, this one we call it as a granular noise. Okay, granular noise gives altering plus delta and minus delta output. Accordingly, we say plus delta is 1 and minus delta is 0. Right? So how do we reduce this? To reduce the granular noise, we need to reduce the step size, right? If we reduce the step size, then we say we will be able to avoid this granular noise. Means we can reduce the alteration of a step size between plus delta and minus delta. When the input signal is not changing much fast. Means for a slow changing input signal, during that time the step size has to be reduced. I hope this point is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
When the input is changing very fast, during that time I need to increase the step size. Okay, and as well as the sampling frequency. I said if I increase the sampling frequency, it requires large bandwidth, right? And increasing the step size may overcome the problem of slope overload distortion. But when the input signal is not changing very fast, means there is a slow varying input signal, in that case it will be alternating between plus delta and minus delta. We call that as a what? Granular noise. To reduce that granular noise, what I said, we need to reduce the step size. Okay. Yeah, this one only is elaborated by saying sampling period with the comparison of that value x of NTS with respect to xq of NTS. So at the first TS, x of NTS is greater than xq of NTS. That is why it will be encoded with delta and so on, right? At second, means at 2 TS, what this one x of NTS is less than xq of NTS, so it will be decremented by delta. So this table you can write for all these values of TS, starting from TS, 2 TS, 3 TS, 4 TS, 5 TS, 6 TS, 7 TS, and so on. And you can write that. Okay. So to sum up, okay, what I can say is slope overload distortion occurs for the input signal with large variations in the slope. Okay. The second thing is the granular noise occurs for the input signal with slow variations, right? So to overcome the first problem, I said we need to increase the value of delta. To overcome the second problem, that is the granular noise, I said we need to reduce the step size. Okay, isn't it? So we need to increase the step size whenever there is a fast change in the input signal, and whenever there is a slow variation signal, input signal, we need to reduce the step size. So that can be done by using a adaptive delta modulation technique. Means in this case of adaptive delta modulation, we need to set a logic, okay, for increasing and decreasing the step size depending upon the slope of the input signal. Okay. So I will come back to that adaptive delta modulation. Let us just execute the code of delta modulation first. Okay. So in case of delta modulation, the value of delta, right, is fixed, and if it is fixed first for a fast varying input signal, what happens? There will be a slope overload distortion, right? So how do we conclude that it is a slope overload distortion? By looking at the step size, means the values only we can say. If I get continuous values of delta, positive delta, I can say or continuous values of minus delta, I can say there is a slope overload distortion in the signal. Okay. To conclude or to understand whether the slope overload distortion is there or not, looking at the output of a converter, I will be able to say whether there is a problem in the conversion or not. Okay, if there is a continuous values of delta, means what? Continuous values of binary 1 or continuous values of binary zeros only, then I can say there is a slope overload distortion problem in the conversion. If I am getting alternate ones and zeros, means once it is 1, next 0, then 1, 0, 1, 0, like that. Looking at that output, I can say there is a granular noise problem in the signal. Okay, so to overcome this, we can find a logic, right, which will vary the or have a control over the step size. Okay, we need to set up a logic for control of the step size. So that is what is done in the adaptive delta modulation. So with this, let me stop this and let me say about that code with respect to this logic. Okay, and then we'll come back to adaptive delta modulation. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible now. This MATLAB code.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I written delta modulation, DM transmitter. Okay. So the first I'm defining what is the amplitude of the analog signal. So I'm taking it as 1 volt. Okay, AM is equal to 1 volt. Then I'm saying frequency of the analog signal as 1 hertz. Okay. So I need to do the sampling, right? That to here, what we do is we do the oversampling. Okay, that is I have taken the sampling frequency as 20 times the frequency of the analog signal. 20 into FM I have written. Yes, this point is clear. So I defined what is the amplitude of the analog signal. I defined what is the frequency of the analog signal. Then I am saying I am doing the oversampling. So for that oversampling, I write Fs is equal to 20 times FM. Then this is the time axis, right? 0 to 1, it will increment in terms of 1 by Fs or Ts. Okay, and I am defining what is the input sinusoidal signal, that is x is equal to AM into cosine of 2 pi FMT. Okay, AM is the what? Magnitude or amplitude of the analog signal. FM is the frequency. Okay, which already defined. So I am plotting that. Okay, plotting that analog signal. Then, so this is the expression for step size. There is delta. No, in the first slide I said delta is equal to, or AM should be greater than or equal to what I written there. AM, that is the amplitude of the message signal, should be greater than or equal to delta divided by 2 pi FM into TS. That is the formula. Okay. So I have written here that 2 into pi into AM into FM divided by Fs I have written as delta. Yes, is there any question to ask here? In the first slide itself, I have written what should be the step size. Means I have written the condition AM, okay, should be greater than or equal to delta divided by 2 pi FM into TS. So from that I can say what is the value of delta, no? So that expression I have written here. That is the expression for delta, step size. Then, see here I am putting a for loop and I am taking only 2 cases. Okay, when n is equal to 1, what happens? When n is not equal to 1, what happens? Okay, so when n is equal to 1, you people are having that, have you noted that diagram? The delta modulation x of NTS is one input, another input is x hat of NTS, right? The difference of that will be what? EQ of NTS, that is E of NTS, right? That will be given as input to the 1-bit quantizer. the output of that 1-bit quantizer will be what? EQ of NTS. That will be encoded with the what? Plus delta and minus delta as 1 and 0, right? So output of that 1-bit quantizer will be given as input to that accumulator circuit. So I hope the diagram is there in your mind. Students, should tell, is that diagram is there with you? Or you want me to share and then would you like to note down and then this logic you will be able to understand. Have you noted that? I am asking you people only. If you have noted, then it is easy for you to understand this logic. Just 4 lines is there. Yes, somebody.
Can you
Yeah.
can you share answer?
Share. People are happily simply sitting will not help. You people should note down when I am explaining, right? Huh? What is this? Yes, this diagram only. You don't write here this as DPCM output, okay? You write as delta modulation output. Yes, done.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shall I close this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, anyone can say what I written here. If n is equal to 1, what I am writing E of n. E of n is what? E of n is the what? Is the output of the comparator, okay? E of n is the what? Output of the comparator means the difference x hat of n minus x of nts minus x hat of nts, right? So for the first sample, so means that is when n is equal to 1, x hat of nts will be 0. Okay, to begin with. That is why I written E of n is equal to x of n only. Yes, is this point is clear? To begin with, I said x hat of NTS will be 0 when n is equal to 1 to begin the first sample. Then I am writing what is the output of the quantizer, that is equal to what? D into sinum of E of n. Okay, D is the what? That is the step size. I have already here defined what is D. Okay, you know what is the sinum function, right? It is a built-in function. Sinum of E of n. So means depending upon this value, E of n, either it should be plus delta or minus delta. Okay. So for that, yes, is this point is clear? SIGN of This synum is the what inbuilt function MATLAB. I hope you all know what is a synum function also. Okay. So that will be multiplied by what? The step size. Why it should be multiplied by step size? That is the output of the quantizer, 1-bit quantizer. Means what I said, when the difference is positive, right? I should get plus delta. When the difference is negative, I should get minus delta. Is that clear? So I am assigning that value to the quantizer output. XQ of n is equal to EQ of n. This is when n equal to 1. Okay. So when n is not equal to 1, I am writing here. people ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಸೇರಿದ್ರೆ 19 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 50 Yes, is that point is clear? Is this point is clear? I am asking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if n is not equal to 1, two cases I said now. When n is equal to 1, that's the first this one initial setup. When n is not equal to 1, what I need to do? E of n will be equal to x of n, that is the present sample, right? Minus xq of n minus 1. Okay, so this xq of n minus 1 is what? It is nothing but x hat of NTS. So I am comparing those two, no? Isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
X of n is nothing but our present sample, x of NTS, minus xq of n minus 1 is nothing but what? That is my approximated signal. Okay. So if the difference is positive, so I am writing here what is EQ of n, that is the output of the quantizer, will be equal to what? Same equation, d into synum of E of n, right? Then xq of n will be equal to EQ of n plus xq of n minus 1. Okay. EQ of n is the what? Is this for the first, this one, right? Then plus xq of n minus 1, because you see in the accumulator, xq of n is the what? Input to the prediction filter or delay element. Isn't it? That is equal to what? EQ of n plus xq of n minus 1 only, no? Are you seeing at the diagram? Delta modulation, xq of n is the what? Input to the prediction filter, that is the delay element. That is equal to what we have taken? EQ of n, right? That is the output of the quantizer. Then another input is what? Delayed version of the, that is the predictor out, prediction filter output, right? That is xq of n minus 1. That is what is written here. I hope this equation is clear. xq of n, that is input to the quantizer, means the feedback, that is to the prediction filter. Yes, you people should say xq of n is equal to EQ of n plus xq of n minus 1. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So this
Yes,
is
sir.
what? This is the input to the prediction filter. I will write here comments. Input to the prediction filter. Input to the prediction filter, right? So two end, one is for if else and another is for. It is done, right? Then I am going to draw the staircase waveform. Stairs, okay, is what xq, right? Then what is the transmitted sequence, right? I need to display the transmitted sequence. That is what? For n is equal to 1 to length of x. Why is I am taking length of x? That is the input signal length, right? So if E of n greater than 0, if E of n greater than 0 means what? That is for plus delta, right? If E of n is greater than 0 means plus delta. So encode that as 1. Else encode that as 0. Means if E of n less than 0, right? We will be representing it by decrementing it by delta, minus delta. So we are encoding that as 0. So this is just for encoding. Okay, is this clear? It
Yes,
is
sir.
clear. Now after saving, if you want to add, you can add some more lines for saying legend. Okay, those things I have not done that. Okay, when you run this code, and you will be able to see the output of analog signal and as well as the staircase signal. Are you able to see? Yes, I hope everybody might have got this waveform.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is staircase waveform is the x hat of NTS, and this is my original analog signal x of NTS. Okay, so as I said, now I have not written any legend to say which one is analog signal and which one is the approximated signal. You can do that in code. Okay, I hope you all know how to write that legend. Okay, is that fine? And you can add few more lines for displaying the binary waveform. Means this is, see, this is first sample, right? Isn't it? So it will be incremented by delta, means it will be encoded by a binary information 1. Then for the second 2TS, still it is less only, means comparator output is more. So it will be again incremented by delta, means it will be encoded by 1, right? At this is 1TS, 2TS, at 3TS, x hat of NTS will be more than x of NTS. So now it will be decremented by delta, right? Yes or no? So I have done this much. I am asking you people to add a few more lines and try to display the legend and as well as the binary information. That is, you take one as a positive pulse, right? 0 by no pulse. Like that, you can try to display the binary information. Can you do that? Yes, can you incorporate in code and let me see the output? Is that fine? See, when I say, is that fine? Nobody says yes or no. Will you be able to add few more lines displaying legend, displaying binary information, and show me the output? Yes, students, what are you doing? Nobody is responding. What is the problem? Is that fine, whatever you have got? You don't want to add anything to that?
So we are doing, sir.
At least you people should respond. When I'm asking, nobody responds means what? Shall I close my sharing?